What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another. So, I was thinking about, we got a few major signings by Zuffa Boxing and TKO. And I thought about it. I mentioned this, but it needs to become a reality. And that's Curmel Moton signing to Zuffa Boxing. He could be the face of Zuffa Boxing. You got Bam Rodriguez is already established. Alexander Usyk is 40. And Jai Opetaia is 30 years old. Right? Now, Bam is still young. I think Bam is like 25, 26. Right? But Curmel Moton would be the American face of Zuffa Boxing. He's the guy that they can make a superstar. He got all the talent, all the skill set, right? He got the commitment to the sport of boxing. Everybody was saying he's Tank 2.0. They can move him and he can become the next Gervonta Tank Davis for Zuffa Boxing. He can be their face of boxing, American boxing. And another name that they should be interested in bringing in and signing should be an offer to the former three-belt unified WBA, IBF Ring Magazine, WBC welterweight world champion. Well, not Ring Magazine, but three-belt unified champion, Errol the True Spence Jr. Those are the two names. They got Bam Rodriguez. They got Alexander Usyk coming in. But he's on his way out. He's 40. You got Jai Opetaia, right? Errol Spence and Curmel Moton. Regenerate Errol Spence's career. He only took one loss. 28 wins, one loss, no draw. 22 wins by way of knockout. Errol Spence is still a superstar. He still is in high demand. You bring in Errol Spence, because Curmel Moton can't carry a car yet. Errol Spence can. Bam Rodriguez can, to a lesser degree. Errol Spence can carry the car. Alexander Usyk obviously could. Jai Opetaia, not yet. But you bring in Errol Spence. And you bring in Curmel Moton. And the way they used to do with Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson fought Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather used to fight on his undercard. You bring in Errol Spence. Now, I know Errol Spence don't do tune-ups and, because I want to say you bring him along, bring him back. He been out the ring for going on 3 years. Errol Spence himself got to understand now he's still in shape, but he took a lot of punishment in the Terrence Crawford fight. Been out the ring for 3 years, 36, 37 years old, right? Got to rebuild back up. You bring Errol Spence in, right? You bring Errol Spence in, right? And you put Curmel Moton on the undercard, the face of American boxing. Like Dana White is willing to invest in Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, 38. He's talking about reaching out to Terrence Crawford in 6 months in July. Terrence Crawford going to be 39. Even if Crawford come back, right? He ain't going to fight another 2 years. Errol Spence could give you 2 more years. Right? With the right matchups and the right fights, Errol Spence could give you 2 more years. At least. And why you putting Errol Spence? He's a big deal. And not to mention the anticipation to see Errol Spence. I'm giving a lot of game away. But the anticipation to see Errol Spence back in the ring, the anticipation to see Errol Spence get back in the ring, you put Errol Spence on that, you bring Errol Spence back, put him in there with Erislandy Lara, there's talks of him and Tim Tszyu, you bring Errol Spence back, the demand, the intrigue to see Errol Spence back in the ring just to see how he looked. Some people just want to see if he still got it. Some people are interested to see him just back on top, so on and so forth, right? Bring Errol Spence back and put Curmel Moton on the undercard. Errol Spence. With Paramount and Zuffa Boxing, you already got Alexander Usyk. He talking about he'll do 3 more fights, which means he'll give you another 2 years. A fight this year. Then he might not fight again this year. Maybe he does 2 fights this year and another fight next year. That's 2 years. And then you got Bam Rodriguez, who's young. I think Bam is like 26, 27. He's young. You use Bam Rodriguez, build towards the Naoya Inoue fight, and you got something. Errol Spence is the man that Dana White needs. Terrence Crawford, for sure. But everybody knows Terrence Crawford's on borrowed time. Because Terrence Crawford is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He already retired. So if you do bring Terrence Crawford back, right, how long is he going to stay? No doubt, Terrence Crawford is the king. You know what I'm saying? But how long, how can you build off of Terrence Crawford? It's just a big splash, right? Like, let's say you made Terrence Crawford Jaron Ennis. Then what? Right? Like, he's not sticking around much longer. You still could work. Errol Spence is 36, 37, right? You still can work Errol Spence, building Errol Spence back up. Like, to get a world title, you understand? He still would have 3 years to get to where Terrence Crawford is. You understand what I'm saying? And you can use him to build back up his status, pay him, right? You look at what Rick Marinian, the manager of Virgil Ortiz, said, which leads you to believe that Virgil Ortiz could be headed to Zuffa Boxing, because Rick Marinian said that he loved everything. He gave a whole list of things he loved. He said he had 5 fighters on the card that he was representing. The pay was great. He said that the pay was great for this standard of where this level of fighters, it exceeded the pay for these level of fighters. He said that he was blown away by the production. As I told you, the production was great. And Virgil was getting his way out of the contract with Golden Boy. Watch Virgil go to Paramount. I'm telling y'all. And Errol Spence, you bring Errol Spence back. You can put Virgil versus whomever. You put Errol Spence in there with Tim Tszyu, let's say, right? Because Tim Tszyu is not committed to the PBC. You make it worth Errol Spence while. It's perfect, man. And you put Curmel Moton on the undercard, build Curmel Moton up. You got something. You cooking. I know I'm giving away free game, Dana White. I know I'm giving away free game. That's the way he should go. But let me know what y'all think, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.